The Boy in the Box is one of America's most heartbreaking and enduring mysteries. It's a story that has puzzled investigators, haunted communities, and captured the attention of true crime enthusiasts for over 6 decades. In February 1957, the body of a young boy was discovered in a cardboard box in a wooded area of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was between 3 and 7 years old, bruised and malnourished, and no one came forward to identify him. Decades later, we're left with more questions than answers. Who was this child? How did he end up there? And why has no one claimed him? In today's episode, we'll explore the events surrounding this tragic discovery, the exhaustive investigation, the theories, and the lingering mystery of the boy in the box. The story begins on February 25, 1957, when a young man checking muskrat traps in the Fox Chase neighborhood of Philadelphia stumbled upon a cardboard box in the woods. Inside the box was the lifeless body of a young boy, naked and wrapped in a flannel blanket. The box itself had once contained a baby's bassinet, sold by J.C. Penney, but its presence in the woods was anything but ordinary. Disturbed by what he found, the man initially didn't report the discovery, fearing his traps would be confiscated. It wasn't until a day later that another man, who had also come across the box while walking in the area, alerted the police. When officers arrived, they were struck by the condition of the boy's body. He appeared malnourished, with bruises covering his skin, and his hair had been crudely cut, perhaps post-mortem. There were small scars on his body, including one on his ankle and another under his chin, but none provided immediate clues to his identity. Despite the horrifying nature of the discovery, the boy's face seemed serene, as if frozen in time. This would be the beginning of an investigation that would stretch across decades, capturing the hearts and minds of all who encountered the case. Philadelphia police launched a massive investigation to identify the boy and determine how he died. Flyers featuring a composite sketch of the boy's face were distributed throughout the city and beyond, with the tagline, "Who is this child?" Local hospitals, orphanages, and schools were contacted, but no one could identify the boy. Police combed through missing persons reports, but none matched his description. Despite their efforts, the boy seemed to have appeared out of nowhere. The autopsy revealed further details. The child was between 4 and 6 years old and weighed only 30 pounds, indicating severe malnourishment. His stomach was empty, and his body bore evidence of physical abuse. The cause of death was ruled to be blunt force trauma to the head. The box he was found in offered few leads. It was traced to a J.C. Penney store in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, but without sales records or customer information, police hit a dead end. Likewise, the blanket wrapped around the boy was made of cheap material and provided no solid clues. Investigators even followed leads involving local families and businesses, but found nothing definitive. The case quickly became one of the most baffling mysteries in Philadelphia's history. As the investigation stalled, various theories began to emerge. Some pointed to the possibility that the boy was a victim of child abuse, abandoned by his caregivers to cover up their crimes. One theory centered around a foster home located about a mile from where the boy was discovered. A psychic reportedly led investigators to the home, claiming it was connected to the boy's death. At the property, police found a bassinet similar to the one that came in the J.C. Penney box and blankets resembling the one wrapped around the boy. Despite this, there was no conclusive evidence linking the foster family to the crime. Another lead came decades later when a woman known as Martha came forward with a shocking story. She claimed that her abusive mother had purchased the boy from his biological parents in 1954 and subjected him to years of abuse before killing him. While her account seemed credible to some investigators, her story couldn't be verified, and many dismissed it as unreliable. Theories also arose suggesting the boy was a kidnapped child or the victim of an illegal adoption. Some speculated he might have been a migrant or undocumented child, making it nearly impossible to trace his identity. These leads, while intriguing, ultimately failed to bring investigators closer to solving the mystery. The lack of physical evidence and the passage of time only deepened the enigma. The boy in the box case struck a chord with the public, inspiring widespread sympathy and outrage. He was buried in a potter's field in Philadelphia, with a headstone that read, "Heavenly Father, bless this unknown boy." The media dubbed him America's unknown child, and his story became a symbol of the countless children who suffer in silence. Over the years, people from all walks of life became invested in solving the case. Amateur sleuths, true crime enthusiasts, and retired detectives worked tirelessly to uncover new leads, hoping to give the boy a name and bring justice to his case. In 1998, the boy's body was exhumed to extract DNA, a process that sparked renewed hope for identification. The DNA was preserved, but without a match in national databases, it remained another piece of the puzzle with no solution. The case has also left a lasting mark on how law enforcement approaches unidentified victims. Efforts like the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and advanced forensic technologies owe part of their existence to the lessons learned from cases like this one. In recent years, advances in forensic science have provided new opportunities to revisit cold cases, and the boy in the box is no exception. Genetic genealogy, a groundbreaking technique that uses DNA to trace family trees, has been applied to many cases of unidentified individuals. In 2019, investigators announced renewed efforts to analyze the boy's DNA, hoping to find relatives and uncover his identity. This method has solved other high-profile cases, such as the Golden State Killer, leading many to hope it could do the same for the boy in the box. Additionally, facial reconstruction technology has allowed experts to create digital images of what the boy might have looked like in life. These images have been widely shared in the hope that someone, somewhere, might recognize him. Despite these efforts, progress has been slow. The case remains open, and investigators continue to work tirelessly, driven by the belief that no child should be forgotten. The boy in the box is a tragedy that transcends time. His death is a reminder of the vulnerability of children and the importance of justice for those who cannot speak for themselves. As investigators and the public continue to seek answers, the case serves as a testament to the resilience of those determined to uncover the truth. Who was this child? Why did no one come forward to claim him? And will we ever learn the truth about his short, tragic life? Thank you for joining me on this journey through one of America's most haunting mysteries. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into true crime and unsolved cases. Together, we can keep these stories alive and help bring justice to the forgotten.